What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. Episode 10 of the walkthrough, picking up here in Stormville. Start knocking out the second half of this place. So, we've done everything in this first castle. Um, Everything going down. So, we pretty much just need to pick up at the courtyard, clear that out, and then hit the second half of this place. And that's, typically the way I like to, separate it as we're going through. We got the Mazda cord, right? Yep. And to mention, if you guys have not been to the Urnia yet, you will not get that hood we picked up there. What happens is, once you go to the Urnia after talking to Roderica, she leaves that hood there. So until you do that, until you go there, this right here will not be there. So if you're missing the item, that's why. You don't need it for a trophy or platinum or anything like that, but I feel like it was, worth a mention, especially a second mention in case no one's been following along for whatever reason. So we're going to go on into the courtyard. As soon as we go out, we're just going to curve around here to the left. Go all the way down. A couple guys might follow us. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys aren't annoying. Alright. A few less to deal with at least, right? Take out the rats. We are going to need stones for a key here. Now you don't need this stuff for trophies, but if you are a faith build, it's pretty nice to have at least one spell in here. You'll be able to get a new seal, and then another prayer book. That's the Godslayer prayer book. It's gonna pretty much give you access to some Black Flame incantations. Black Flame's really good. It continuously eats up the enemy's health as it lands on them. So the ranged option is like just an upgrade version of Fireball. That will keep taking on the enemy's health and gets quite a bit of damage once your shield's upgraded. Then you get like a weapon buff. The weapon buff is absolute garbage. It literally lasts for 3 seconds. I mean, literally like 3 seconds, maybe 5 at most. It's really, really, really bad. Black Flame in general is really good. Just with it lasting that long, it's not good. It's not a viable option. But the fireball you get from it is good. I can't speak of that. So right now we're just kind of going around, killing everybody, and then we'll pick up all the stuff. Try to stay to the back of these guys. Alright. Looks like we're good here. Like I said, we're going to come and pick up all the stuff that's dropped. Make sure, God, it's better to be daytime. Hopefully you guys, were smart enough to change that, because apparently I wasn't. Okay, that should make us pretty caught up now. We got a straggler. No, we're just pretty much just going around grabbing everything that's here. I don't think there's anything left there. Not seeing anything there. Alright. So before we press on any farther, we'll be going up on this other little building over here to get a great shield. And we could have dropped down last episode from the top, but we would have missed a lot of stuff. So that's why we didn't do that. Now to the right of the stairs, I think, is this the multiplayer item or is it on the other side? Let's see. Yeah, that's the mushroom. On the steps is the multiplayer stuff. There's another little building over there, and this guy. But just in case he ends up killing you, I would highly suggest going over here to this room. It's going to be the far back left side. of the courtyard. Okay, so now we got that. Let's go ahead and rest. It'll bring the other enemies back, but I just like to make it a habit to rest. And honestly, none of them are going to mess with us. We're already past that part. So you will see that statue. We have to get a troll to break that one just like the last. See if we can get the dog down. This guy's already pain in the ass stuff. Alright, so you can either parry or guard counter with these guys. That's going to be the best. Watch your dodges. He can actually be really troublesome. To be honest with you, he can give you a lot of trouble. I've spent a lot of time fighting him. I can tell you guard counters work good. Break his poise, get your critical. Parries work better. You can parry pretty much all of his stuff besides the kick. But the punch works really well. Now, prophecy painting, we're going to have to go solve that here shortly. Pretty much after we get all this done. That's actually in Weeping Peninsula, so there's really nothing we can do with it now. So this is going to be how we progress. However, if we don't go this way, we're going to miss out on some stuff. So we want to do that. Very least. Just make sure you have full health. You're going to take some damage when you fall. Obviously, it's not going to kill you, or we wouldn't be going this way. But, it's, you know, it'll hurt a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit. That's another reason you should probably rest up. Now turn around as soon as you drop. Roll off. I mean, you don't have to roll. You can jump, you can roll. Just when I say stuff like that, I'm just pretty much saying, hey, you have a little bit of a gap to clear. So, however you want to go about clearing that gap, you should do. Now, we're about to press forward, and we're going to have a couple rats. You can't really see them, but you do need to be on guard, as there's a big-ass rat going to, come right after. So, I'm going to be careful for that. Then we're going to have a boss fight with another ulcerated tree spirits, which does give us another golden seed. And that's pretty much how you get, all of these golden seeds pretty quick in the game. Ulcerated tree spirits. I'm going to put him down. The tree spirit's going to be on the drop. Obviously, his big ass ain't fitting right here. So we talked about int fate fields and the death sorceries. That will be your first. That's Rancor Call. So when you look at it, you can see like a bunch of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skulls of Firehead. And there's an upgrade version we get in the Urnia of that. As I said, for Faith Int, there's multiple different builds. There's Golden Order, there's the death sorceries, there's other things as well. But that's just one. So you can get very creative. It's not just like Strength Faith, Dex Faith, Dex Arcane, Strength builds, Mage builds. It's much more than that, Per 2 stats, there's multiple builds for each one. You know what I mean? So, kind of keep that in mind. Get creative as you like. But yeah, that's one of the death sorceries. As cool as the death builds are, there aren't many spells for it. So that's going to buff up the fire, kind of trigger them, then run back so he doesn't get you. We'll play this just like before. Jumping attacks and charge attacks start to spread. And just wait for him to get attack off and try to get your hits in. You'll learn this moveset after a while. Now he's about to come and try to eat us. That's usually when he does that, or the fire. Yeah, or the fire. Usually you can run to the right of that. We actually did not have the room to do so. That's one I can never escape from him, so just heal to it. It's still not a hard fight, he just has shit you're gonna get caught with. Oh, you bitch. I did not have the distance. Yeah, he should have been staggered by now. That's crazy. How many charged attacks have we done out of 10? Yeah, usually he goes down by now, y'all. Oh well, without one stagger, that's a little, something glitched out there for sure. And that does happen sometimes, and when you play the game enough, you know when an enemy's supposed to be staggered, especially when you're familiar with every single enemy type in the game, like right? But I do notice it can be, it could glitch out, like where you've done a bunch of heavy attacks and it didn't, stagger them, but you do got to remember that stagger bar refills and goes down. So if you don't get on them, you do a couple charged heavies and give them too much time, you know, you're gonna have to do a bunch more to make up for that because you've given them time to rest. You know what I mean? So do keep that in mind. From here, we're gonna go to the left side chamber. That ladder going up there is only gonna take you to where we fought the grafted scion. It just drops you back down right where we got the Mazda cord and that somber 2. It drops you right back in that room. But yeah, so when it comes to staggering, you gotta stay on them. But sometimes it does glitch out too, because I've done a bunch of staggers or a bunch of charge heavies on enemies that I know only take 3. I've done like 5 or 6 back to back, and it never, you know, goes off. So, you know, just something to be aware of. So this guy British fire, just like the other ones, takes 2 hits. You just take him down with the upgraded weapon even. Alright, so forward is how we progress. We want to kind of curve around here to the left. One guy in a smithing stone. We did get that axe to drop. Unfortunately, we are not doing a strength faith build this time. Although we could at any point. That was the other one I was really highly recommending to newer players. It's quality, strength faith, and what we're doing now is just kind of a mix of a few different things that I feel like it's going to help people. I know a lot of the newer players go to blood loss. So instead of just going straight up blood loss build, I figured we'd do some cool stuff with faith, because I know a lot of people want to go that way. So we decided to do my first blood loss build, drop this faith through. But the way I have it designed is going to be really cool, really cool. I've never put together an arcane build, but I have some really good ideas with all my experience with the game. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Blood flame build is the recommended build for those that don't know, and it's going to be awesome.
If you intend to challenge
I think.
Godrick, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his
That's
deeds.
kind of why I gave everyone complete freedom. Said, you guys, you know, pick what you want. You have complete freedom of your builds. I'm just going to tell you what weapons are good for each build and how to, you know, level your stats for the best outcome. Now, before we do anything else, we want to exhaust Nepheli's dialogue. Her quest is long, but it's a good one. Gives us a few really good items. Now, that's what you want to do. Just make sure you have it all. Oops.
Apologies, but I've idled long enough. As fellow tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance. Down whatever road takes us to the throne of Elden Lord.
Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I could not find my lighter and really need a cigarette, and yes, I do smoke. Get over it. So, get your smithing one. We'll be able to go out this way, get another golden seed. Just keep in mind, we do need this troll up here to break that statue to get our smithing stones, right? So, we will really, really want to make sure we don't kill him. I mean, if you do, it's not a big deal. There's a side of grace right behind him. So just up ahead is actually Godrick. Now, what we want to do is go up and kill these 2 guys. Usually one leads with the 2. Remember, the storm attacks always comes at 2. Their combo comes at 3. So usually I think it's the one on the left wants to do the storm attacks. Let's see. No. I mean, it could be different. He typically always does it for me, though. One of them. Like the first attack they go to. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we just have bad luck with it. Okay, so he's going ham. That's alright. Let's bring him on down. Now, this isn't anything I feel like we need to do. It's not something I would do on my own, ever. But for purpose of the walkthrough and getting 100% of everything, we are going to do this. But you do gotta, you know, make sure he follows you. You give him too much distance, and it's kind of annoying, you know what I mean, obviously. You give him too much distance, he's gonna back off. It is very much a chore, you know, it is very much a chore. But we do get 5 more smithing ones and 1 more smithing 2. We might want to bring other stuff up. I know I definitely want to bring that Mazda cord up, especially for DLC. It's a long time away, so don't let them, you know, back up. Like I said, it's that, you know, it's a chore. Now we got these guys to contend with as well. This is why this can kind of be a pain in the ass. But he's gonna fuck him up too, though. Like, he'll one-shot the dog, obviously. But we also want to make sure, yeah, that he doesn't back up. Come on, get him. Thank you. Now we're going to put down the troll because he has broken the statue. Yeah. It's okay. There's just a lot going on, you know, a lot going on. Damn, buddy, I thought I grabbed the stones real quick. I was definitely wrong. Sometimes he will headbutt like a wall. He'll run into it. And when he does, it will stagger. Come on, get off the screen. Thank you. Now, with all our resources gone, you're probably going to want to rest. Don't do it there. We've already cleared the whole path to that other side of Grace. In fact, I'll never if we grabbed it, but I don't think, did we? Kind of sounds familiar, but I just went through and prepped for the episode and did all this, you know, so can't remember if it's from the playthrough episode or it's from me taking notes. Let's see if we grabbed it. I don't remember going past this point, though, so if you're almost out of heals, if you're almost out of resources, just make sure you go in here and heal. No, we never grabbed it. So I said it's probably from prepping for the episode. Now we'll rest. Because unless we actually go out to the right, we're not going to have anything to worry about. So let's go ahead and stay at 7 and get 2 mana going. I'll pretty much keep that for the whole playthrough. So whatever golden seeds I have now will all go into health. I like having 2 mana. The more spells we pick up, the more we're going to want to use those spells. And at the end of the next area, we'll be getting a Swarm of Flies, which is an arcane blood spell. We send out swarms of flies at enemies, and they just kind of eat away at the enemy and cause blood loss. So once you get it, you know, it goes with our build, right? So we're almost at the point where we'll be bringing up Dex and Arcane. Pretty excited about it. Fortunately, we won't have any good weapons for a bit, but it's going to be okay. We got other stuff. We got this, we can buff a Blood Flame Blade. We could do that for the entire playthrough if you like this weapon. Then we'll have a few, you know, incantations we could use. We'll keep our pyromancies as well. Like I said, it's all about fire and blood for us. It's not just a clean build. That's why I suggested this. It's like best of both worlds. In fact, all the good blood stuff doesn't even come until the capital. So until then, we're more of a Dex build than anything else. But we don't have to worry about going high in Dex because, you know, we're just going to bring the stats up together. So when we get the arcane stuff, we're actually ready for it. You know what I mean? Scaling isn't going to matter before then. So, alright, so when you get to here, what you want to do is kind of run and jump right here. Don't kind of curve around and go this way. It's really hard to do. You can do it, but it's really hard. So what I like to do is kind of run, and still. Alright. I had a bad setup. I should have went back more. It's easier with the longer run. Now we're about done, but there is another great shield we can get that's really nice, and more smithing stones that we really need for sure. So, run and jump. So from here, geez, I can just run out and get it. Yeah, see, it's this little column kind of gets in your way. Complicates things. Alright, so there's going to be a bird, and there's going to be a guy. Well, I don't need this. I want to use it anyway. Oh, it's a weaker bird. Yep, I knew it. See what I'm saying? It causes explosions of blood loss to go off. So you build up, it's not just regular blood loss, it's blood flame. So as blood flame accumulates on the armor, like we hit a shield that time. And while shields do protect you from physical damage, they do not protect you from blood loss buildup. I could sit here with a shield, and an enemy with blood loss buildup and keep attacking my shield, not causing any physical damage to me at all, and I will still get bled out. That's what's going to be so great about our build. No one's truly protected from it, right? So, another reason I suggested it. But yeah, so we hit his shield, that blood, the blood flame built up, not blood loss, blood flame, and it just causes explosions of blood loss. Really nice, really cool, really helpful. A lot of enemies are weak to fire in this game. A lot, not all, but a lot. So that's helpful. And then there are some enemies not resistant to blood loss, but straight up immune. So that's where the Dex is going to come in. That's where the Faith is going to come in. Alright. soon as you get up here, go to the right, turn inside, hit him. This is just commoners from this point, and maybe a few bats. Alright, and as you get down the stairs to your left, can be 3. It's like 3 or 4 more at the bottom, maybe more, but these guys are, you know, nothing, so. Go underneath the stairs, roll through your hay, and get your shield. Okay, now that is pretty much everything back over here. There's this note. This is actually left by FromSoft. Surely what you seek is somewhere close by, but I never understood. There's no invisible platforms. There's no hidden paths anywhere. I never found anything of it. Now, when I do my walkthroughs, I can't pull up other guides. I find that to be cheap, so if I can't find on my own, I don't, you know, do it. But I've never seen anything, because I do read a lot about Reddit and stuff. I'll read, I don't watch videos, you know. But I've never seen anyone discuss this, so it's like I was worth to mention. But yeah, when I do my walkthroughs, it's I find it cheap to pull up guides to make a guide. Then you can just go to their channel, you know what I mean? So if I don't find it on my own, we're not getting it. But I highly doubt there's anything in this game or DLC I have not found. I highly doubt it. For one, I got the platinum. For 2, I've found some extremely obscure things. You'll see as the game goes. It's just about reading every little thing. You know, that's all it comes down to. It's smacking every little wall. Using Market Shackle to reveal hidden walls. I mean, you can find it all for sure. Just how hard you want to work for it. I'm going to take him out, rolling down. There should be another, yep. Take him down. We got the shortcut we'll never use, and we are done and ready for the boss. So we're going to jump over here to Secluded Cell. Okay, so this is really important, whether you feel like you need help or not. We do need to summon Nepheli. Nepheli's side will not be here if you did not exhaust your dialogue. The reason we want to do this is because going in with Nepheli, Des gets a talisman. Godrick the Grafted. Let's see, big axe, multiple arms, a lot of delayed attacks. He digs his axe in the ground, throws rocks and like little tornadoes at you, pretty easy to get around. He does a lot of jump and slams, spinning around with, you know, one huge great axe and other little axes. Wind. He spins his axe around, creates wind. It's going to push you back, not too much damage. And the second phase, he's going to put a dragon on his arm and breathe fire. When that phase starts, run to him. Stay close. He cannot get you with the fire if he does that. And just watch your dodge timings. Very, very telegraphed moveset. Just, you know, watch your dodge timings. Get in your hit. You got Nepheli, you got your summons. Let's go. I guess we let this one play out because he's so creepy. Oh, also, he will slam his, like the head of his axe on the ground and, like, crumble the whole ground. So run away from that. Or you can roll through it. Jump, however you want to handle it. Running back's probably the best for a newer player, though. So he's the weakest of the demigods as well. So just so you guys know, and he does have a lot of health. Even +5 weapons, all that shit. Yeah, he's got a lot of health. Dodge. We're not getting greedy. There's a slam. Watch him. You can guard through it. We want to be careful. Break your guard. He's taking 3 damage. So there's a storm. He's gonna jump up. He will kind of stay on the belly too. He's about to go crazy. Oh, here we go. I'm halfway. So halfway. that will push you back a little bit. When he's trying, he cuts off his arm pretty much. When he's doing that axe can come down and hit you, so watch out. This is the second phase. Dragon's going on his arm, so we're rushing towards him. You're gonna want to run away. Don't. Look, we can't get hit here. Put that blood flame on, right? We staggered him. Now we're gonna critical and put this thing over here in this thing. For the most part, I guess. And that's godrick. You know, like I said, it's not too bad. Use your most damaging weapon. Use your buffs. Use your timing. Be patient. Don't get greedy. No more than 2 or 3 hits at a time. But he's just not bad. Oh shit! Damn it! I was too late. Fuck. Was I? No, I got it in time. So I can shoot your trophy, Sharp Bear Godrick. We'll go ahead and rest up. If you did not kill a Goostock, you should be over here. There he is. Dirt's at 15. So we still need 5 more points into that. Now you can go over here and talk to Goostock. Like I said, if you take that passage and you die, he's gonna take your runes. And kill him and get those runes back. However, you're gonna mess up Nefeli's quest, you're gonna mess up Goostock's quest, and you will mess up Kenneth Height's quest. None needed for your platinum, none trophy related. But still, one does lead to a final upgrade stone, and they're limited in the game. And he also opens up as a merchant now. If you're a newer player wanting to learn parries, the Buckler Shield will help you out tremendously with that. So you are going to take some chip damage, only 74 to physical damage negation. But it makes parry timing extremely friendly. So from here, the first thing we're going to do is go... I guess we'll go activate our Great Rune first. Let's do that. So let's go and jump over to Limgrave Tower Bridge. We all grabbed this together last episode. They mentioned it's a platinum walkthrough, so missing one episode is going to kind of mess you up. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow along. You guys might not have these sites of graces and other things as well, so really important. Give me 3 goals: 2 halberds and 1 with the great bow. The one with the great bow is at the end of the bridge. He's got to firing arrows at us. Now his arrows can hit these guys and stagger them, and you can just run past all these guys and get hit by a few arrows. He'll do it. It's not going to kill you. But it is 3,000 runes going through and taking them all out. And look at the damage that goes to him. We got him staggered already. I get 1,000 runes from him. Watch out for the halberd and the bow. Look at that. The 1 bow staggered him. So that guy just helps him. And that's what I see. Just take them all down. It's really easy. That guy's gonna, help you get critical attacks. You get hit by the bow and arrow, that's not a big deal either. You just heal through it. Just rush forward, sit behind the pillar. And we're going to go down here to the right, grab some warming stones. Might be 1, I don't know, I know it's at least 1, yeah. Alright, wait for him to shoot. If he can't hit you down there, then we'll go up. This guy has less health. All archers and all ranged enemies in games like this always have less health. Look at that. Okay, so now we're going to go and take our transporter. So until Godrick's dead, this won't actually work. Just so everyone knows. So I tried to rush forward and get this other side of Grace here, so after the fight I could just jump all the way to the top, but it would not let me cross. So I've actually done testing on that, doesn't work. As soon as you get here, you can turn back around. Killing these guys might get you some flight pinions for you to craft arrows. There's only one real thing down here. I think it's like a golden pickle foot. No, silver pickle foot. Alright. That's the only real item there, so let's go on up to the tower. Only 30 minutes in, so we should have all the time we need to, do everything we got planned. Because even after, completing Stormville and taking out the main boss, there's still the Painting Gift Assault, activating Great Rune, going to Round Table Hold, talking about Great Runes, going over Boss Remembrances, going to Weeping Peninsula, going over Boss Remembrance Duplication. So, I mean, there's just still quite a bit of stuff. So. Alright, so these are Divine Bridges. Every time you kill a main story boss that has a Great Rune, you're going to need to activate that Great Rune at certain and very specific towers to that Great Rune. All besides Renala, her Great Rune just works differently. Hers lets you respect your character. There's no need to activate it. It's not something you could actually equip. We're going to continue on up to the top of the tower, and right here, you're going to kind of see the Great Rune there. You're going to go up, activate it. Then it'll disappear. There you go. Great Rune. First trophy earned for that. You only get a trophy for your very first Great Rune. So, now that we have that, let's go ahead and jump on over to the Lost Table of Grace, the Round Table Hold. We'll go ahead and equip our first Great Rune. Keep in mind, you can do this at any side of Grace, but we gotta come here anyways. It just kind of makes sense. So, raises all attributes. This is actually going to raise every single stat you have by 5 points. It's nice, but I don't really like getting dependent on false stats, meaning if we die and we lose the effect of the Great Rune, we lose all those stats. We don't want to be dependent on them. Extra weight load, extra mana, extra health, all goes away if you die, It's going to get her all of her lore, all of her dialogue. And this is who we're going to, turn in Boss Remembrances to. So, this door was not open before, if you guys remember when we came here. You got to interact with him, get a gesture. There you go, rapture. Alright, that's what we want. So, if you're doing a quality build, this could be a choice, but for strength 22, dex 142, plus your scaling, whatever that may be, once you're all the way up. I don't find it particularly good. I don't think anyone does. No one uses it. If you want to try to collect everything, you can duplicate this boss remembrance and, actually go through and collect everything. Or, you can just use the boss soul like we're going to do and get some levels. So, this first one's worth like 20,000, then they go to like 30, so, Great Rune, Boss Remembrance right here, go ahead and use that, you get 20,000 runes. Now, I've tried using the Golden Pickup Alpha. Why I did that, it did nothing, so that's only going to be for like, it's only one, it's only going to be for like killing enemies. We're just short of another level, so I'm just going to grab that too. Then we're going to duplicate this and do the same thing again. Try to get the stamina knocked out so we can get on into our damage stats. Mainly for requirements at this point. But you want to reach, high levels by the end, right? So, we'll need 3 more points. Alright. So after that, first thing we're going to do is jump over here to the Church of Pilgrimage and solve our painting. So just like the first one, you go find out where the painting was painted, where the artist actually sat while he painted, and you'll get the item, because he painted that, so that's all the way over there, you know what I mean? So you don't go to where the painting was of, you go to where the artist sat, and that should be, right here. See, as long as you go to where the artist sat, bam, new summons right here. Warhawk Ashes, those are the sword birds with the fire, so now you have that. And we're going to jump over to Isolated Merchant Shack. You've probably seen this huge tortoise roaming around. That is actually a mausoleum and by taking him down, you are able to duplicate boss remembrances, certain boss remembrances. It has something to do with the bell. You'll see other ones without bells. I think those are like, I don't know, I want to say they're like for lower tier bosses. There's lower and higher tiers. So if I bring a late game remembrance here, I couldn't do it. So keep that in mind. You just might as well drop all of them, and then you kind of go and figure out which way. I'm just not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but you can't kill you. All you're doing is go around breaking the skulls. That's it. You don't have to break all of them, but you do. It seems like you have to break most. They're going to get more difficult as you go along, for sure. Like this one kind of stomps around a bit. Others will jump. Some have the skulls on top of them, and you have to like jump, figure a way to get on top. And some even shoot magic at you. Yeah, real fun. That's across a great snowfield. It's not fun at all. So the front should be right here. There you go. Already up to 16,000 a level. Good lord. So you interact with this right here. We can duplicate our remembrance, get another 20,000 souls. I mean, that's if you don't want to collect everything. You don't. Yeah, I just did the walkthrough for Lords of the Fall, and you have to collect all this stuff for trophies. Elden Ring's not like that. They don't fuck you like that. You know, like, you don't have to collect every single boss thing, you know what I mean, for a trophy. Every single armor set, every single weapon. No, you just the legendaries. That's it. So from here, we're going to jump back to Godrick, the grafted side of grace. We do need to go through his chambers, as there is another quest item that we're going to need for a quest in the upcoming area. Make sure you get Gustav's dialogue.
Now I can I?
Then we go up. So as far as Gustav, his quest, can't hide. That's really, there's one more step, and after that, we don't have anything to do with it until after we kill Morgott. So it's gonna be a long time away. Same time we get our weapon. Then we can kind of come down here and complete, you know, wrap those quests up. Nepheli, Gustav, and Kenneth Heights. So Gustav's good to the end. Kenneth Height has one little piece of dialogue we need, and Nepheli has a few steps left. So as soon as you progress, drop, turn around. Oh my god, I forgot the most important thing. I went to go get our talisman from Nepheli. So we got to go get that. That's one of the things I was most adamant about, because that's going to increase our weight limits. Alright, so that's our second Shabriri grape. The first one we got from Arena's father. Typically he would invade you later in the Liurnia. But I decided we'd take him out early in case people can't find that invasion spot. They still got the quest item for her. Now this is not Arena, this is Hyetta. It's, you know, they look identical, I know. Hello? But they're different people.
My name is, if I might be so, would you donate my eyesight?
So she wants a Shabriri grape. Helps her see.
You are most kind. The blessing.
As you wish.
You are most kind. The blessing
Okay.
of the...
You are most kind. Now Bach has moved here. He's going to offer to fix your garments.
You help, please. Allow me. I'm happy.
He'll do it for free. So like I said, mainly it's like putting on capes and taking off capes. But it does some other stuff too, as you see. Like the hood here. You know, he just makes it like a rag. He takes the actual hood off. So
Master,
his dialogue.
I would, well, I don't ask. I am your person. Oh, go ahead.
So we did the beginning of Bach's quest, or the next step of Bach's quest. We did the first step of Hyetta's quest. We're good there. I don't know why I'm resting when really I need to go round table hold. Go get our talisman. This will be the first of, I do believe it's 3 weight increase talismans. So what's going to happen is, if you talk to, you have to, actually for this to work, you got to talk to, what's his name, the douchebag? Gideon. You have to clear Gideon's dialogue and move him into this room over here. Once you've done that, you can talk to her, and she'll give you the talisman she found in Godrick the Grafted's chambers. But if he's not in this room, she'll just tell you, hey, go talk to my father, and, you know.
I thought you'd receive the felly look. I'm glad to see. I found it in you defeated. Make good use of. I don't intend.
There you go, Arsenal Charm.
Oh, yes. I wonder if he's in his stud. If you haven't, old father is, I'm sure, to.
Okay, so like I said, Gideon kind of, you know, is the most knowledgeable person here. He's been around longer than anyone else. So what he does is he's more of a scholar, and that's how he's been wanting to, you know, become Elden Lord, is by learning everything there's about the world. So what you can do is you can come here and talk to him.
Two fingers, have you not? Then I bid you welcome. As a true member of the Round Table, I am known as Gideon Ofnir. As a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord, I am accumulating knowledge. To be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, then as your fellow, allow me...
So he's going to give you lore on all the demigods and stuff. It's pretty cool. I would suggest going through it your first time, for sure.
We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated, Godrick the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale, General Radahn, who fought Melania and her lot to a standstill in the Caelid Wild, Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir, Morgoth the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Lane-Dell, and Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
So then you go get additional dialogue about all of them, ask about Nepheli.
She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes, so I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
Alright, like I said, you can just kind of go through and get lore on everybody here. It is pretty cool, I think, and worth doing. So I'm going to take that off and put this on, because look, with this our equip load's at 72.3. With this it's at 79.1. It's actually pretty huge for an early on talisman. Usually the early talismans you get for certain things are pretty shitty, to be honest with you. This one actually ain't bad. I mean, look, we can even use our bigger shield now, you know. That actually weighs more than this one. We could wear that. That's insane. I can't believe that shit. Look at that. It's still missing a few pieces and the weight's getting close. So we definitely have to get more in weight. It only weighs 2 pounds. But yeah, you know. Options. Look at that. I guess we'll go back to that for a bit. Looks much better. We're about to close on out, so it don't really matter what you guys do. Work on your armor for a second, do whatever you want. Still medium load. Okay, after that I am going to go ahead and put some upgrades into my seal. Because this is with us all game if you're doing this build. It's our in-game seal, meaning it's good enough to use for the entirety of the game. In fact, it's one of the best seals in the game, period. You just happen to get it early because you know where to look. We'll get more 3s and 4s. I do plan on staying with this weapon quite a while so it doesn't bother me. Alright, so from there, looking at the time, 43 minutes. We might go and knock out our first cave, because typically what I like to do is go in here, and we've already cleared all this stuff. We can go through it again real quick, but typically what I like to do is go do this whole coast all the way up, and that's going to be our first 2 or 3 episodes. But there's kind of like a little cave here just off on its own, and I'll typically do that first, then work my way on up. And while we did just give Hyetta her first grape, it might make sense to try to knock that cave out, then knock these little ruins out to get her next spot. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's jump on over to Liurnia Lakeshore. Like I said, we've done everything before this. We got the scroll, we took out the soldiers, right? We're not worried about any of that stuff. We've already got our map. So we're going to go down from the lakeshore and head on to the right, and we're going to look for the jellyfish. As always, you know, they're an indication that something's around, and they are, because there's a cave right here. go on back here, and this will get a good talisman for dex builds. It's going to increase your attack power with successive attacks. So it's not good for slower weapons like our own, but it is good for, you know, dex weapons. Let's go turn our lantern. This will be obviously a poison type, you know, poison type place, so do keep that in mind. A lot of poison enemies. You're gonna have poison mages, you're gonna have harpies, you're gonna have bats, the big old poison flowers. But all in all, it's a cave, you know, pretty short, not too bad. So there's gonna be a bat right here, should you turn. This gentleman. You see stuff below you, you see stuff to your right, but where I like to go first is back here. This is the best way to navigate it. Just follow it like we did. We're going to jump back here to this little dead end and then progress. So beneath us, we only got to do a little portion of that. We're not going to take that all the way back because there's just not any items. There's only flowers and it's not worth your time. So we're going to have a heartbeat. Now what I really like to do, just kind of sit back in this corner and wait on them. Keep them all in front of you. Where is she? No matter what, do not let her grab you. It's gonna breathe poison down your throat. It's gonna hurt bad. And take like more than half your health. Get up. Alright, get you going number 6. Let's go get our robe sets. Cleanse all up. Alright, so now we're going to go on out to the left. So, obviously, the more you have your skill upgraded, the more damage you're going to do. So that's why we're trying to, you know, fully upgrade it. Not fully upgrade it, but upgrade as much as we can. I mean, at +4, it's like, you know, if you're doing like a pure casting build, it's the same as having a weapon at +4 at this point. That's the type of damage you'll be getting. The reason I don't like casting builds is each spell does the same damage. It's just one swing of your weapon. So to me, it doesn't really seem viable, you know, to do pure caster. Just think of all the extra time. Yeah, you get the cool animations, you feel powerful, but you're not doing any more damage than one swing of a sword, which comes out pretty quick. You know what I mean? But they are nice. There's some that hit pretty hard. There's some that's just effective for different reasons. Because you gotta remember, some spells, you know, kill every time, do damage every time, while your sword isn't gonna do that. Oh no, he did. Just watch your health. Now we are gonna go down in here. If you don't want to, you don't have to. There's not too much going on. There's like one item down here. It's actually on the other side. I just don't want him spamming even more shit at us. Alright, get your golden report and let's get the fuck out. Get some upgrade crafting stuff. Now we're just gonna follow it all the way through. I mean, we're probably halfway through the place or more. There's your Stake of America. So if something were to happen. Right around the corner is going to be your boss. We'll get both of them. We did. Okay, buddy, you gotta go. So I noticed, I think where you're in the open world, vanquishing enemy groups does refill your heals and your flask. But that shit does not work. In dungeons and caves and stuff. At least I've never seen it work. We just killed all those guys and just nothing, you know. So this is going to be the, what is it, Clean Rot? Yeah, Clean Rot Knight. She's going to do, you'll see as it goes. So that you're dodging. If she gets you with that, that's going to fill you up with rot. You don't want it. She can also make a bunch of spikes come up from the ground, a bunch of spears. So those are the two biggest things. Dodging that from time to time. That's her like block. They're just doing regular damage now because we don't. Oh, I thought I could break this daggers. You might guess. We had no resources when we came in here, so. Oh no, we killed her. The explosion probably went off. The reason why I suggested it, like I said. Alright, so from there, guys, we are going to go and jump back to, I guess we can just jump to Lascar Ruins real quick. This would be a good place to tighten up. There's only one thing here to get. When we get on Torrent and make sure there's no little loose items. But all in all, there's just one set of stairs we have to take and to get you a utility item you're never going to use. But if you want to try to collect all the stuff, we got to get it. So the stairs is going to be back behind here to the right. It's just me kind of going through and double checking. I don't remember nothing else. You guys remember the transporter? So to the right of the transporter, this back corner. It's actually pretty easy to lose. You'll run around forever. Since this is all that's here, it's easy enough just to clear out, you know, a second area. We got the cave done, then we'll know we have the ruins done as well. And we won't be doing the bottom of the swamp for about 2 or 3 episodes, but still, this place kind of just feels like an inconvenience because of the fact there's just nothing here, you know what I mean? Okay, so back to Lascar Ruins. This time we're going to go northeast. Follow straight northeast. Eventually you're going to see some ruins. Like pretty much immediately, they're right there. As soon as you get here, this will be Hayetta's second spot. So if anyone doesn't follow along next episode and don't know why we only given her 1 grave, this is why. You know, this is the second spot. First was at, if you guys remember, right outside of Strongbow Castle. What was that one? Was that ain't Lakeshore? That's yeah, Lake Facing Cliffs will be your first spot. Our second spot's here at yeah, the ruins. We haven't popped up on the map yet. Then her third spot's going to be here at the Gate Town. So that's the first 3 graves. Then she has a special grave for the giver here at Bellum Church. Then we don't see her until in the middle of the game. But so that's the second spot. We know we're good to go. And if you're doing faith builds, there's a pretty cool talisman we can pick up. It's actually over right over here. Clear this shit out. And the only reason we're really doing this part now is, for one, because we were starting Hayetta's quest, I wanted to kind of get her first 2 spots in, because we're really close together. But also, it puts us at a side of grace on this side of the area where we want to start. So. I think their armor set looks really good. If you do get a drop, it looks really good, especially if you get like the Banished Knight Greaves. So I'm probably going to farm in between episodes. Really like this. So what you're going to do is break the stuff down, roll right down here. And this will be your third and final Shabriri Grape. Where's we at with endurance? So 18, 2 more. Alright, so it's still left as you go in, and then we're getting a +5 to Faith Talisman. So it'll give you 5 permanent levels to Faith as long as it's equipped. Just, you know, just nice to have. Now you'll see other areas to these ruins, and all this enemies a transporter that takes you up top where we already were. So I wouldn't worry about it. So from there, we're just gonna head on out the back end, and we're gonna see these guys walking. That's where we want to be, and that's the other part of the ruins. Ruins, like I said, that's just transporter. Takes us somewhere we've already been. We're not wasting our time with it. You can take it if you want to, but there's no need. Alright, now all we're doing from here is going up, getting inside of Grayson's, checking on out. Let's go straight on up, right on the other side of the road, and we will rest. Let's see if we have enough runes for a level or at the end of an episode. See, early on while I'm trying to get these base stats down, I use these a lot. Then it'll just get to the point where I forget about them. But I think early on they're good. We're just short for a few levels here because there's that 14. That should be close. Yeah, that's it. So we need a couple, That way we can start next episode fresh. And look at that, one more point and we're under damage. So already, we've only done our first reads of the game. 40 health. 40. It's a pretty big number, for this early on in the game. But 40 health. 15 in mind. Almost 20 and endurance. When this only has to go 25, by in-game. So that'll be good. When we start getting armor sets, so mid-game. But we're just going to get to 20 now and get our damage. But 40, 15, 20, these are all really good spots. 13 on strength, and that's going to be a pretty good place. I'm going to look up our requirements for the, our suggested weapon. If you want to stick with Bloodhound's Fang, no, you're going to have to put 5 levels into that. And that's at 12, and that's at 10. And that's why it's time to start getting our dex up, start getting our arcane up. We really got to start working this stuff up. It's just, it's time. So, one more point and we'll be good to go in our base stats until around mid-game. So, either way, moving forward, guys, we're going to come down to the very bottom of the coast next episode and just work our way up. This should take roughly 2 episodes and just, getting everything here. And we can get everything here done besides one little tower over here because we need something from the main legacy dungeon to do that. But either way, we are going to wrap up here. We will catch y'all back here next episode to actually start on the Earnia.